I'm Odyssey, and this is why all the FIFA World Cup performances has to be all playback and pre-recorded. Well, that's not really true, but we have to talk about it.
I sing hallelujah, hallelujah. In this night.
So why does it sound so polished, super processed, and just pre-recorded? Well, because it partly is. So hear me out. They use pre-recorded stems, which are usually made just for that live performance, to make it sound bigger and wider for the live audience. And those will not be heard on the studio version. Also, it is very processed. It does have auto-tune and all of those other necessary effects. They also use something called a brick wall limiter, which removes all of the dynamics. So it squeezes the waveform together. So the louder parts stays loud, while the quiet parts also gets loud. So you lose all of that natural dynamics and louder and quieter parts. While I don't have a brick wall limiter, I have set this mic up with a very aggressive compression, which could act and sound kind of in the same way. It gives you an idea. So if I talk into this one, you hear it's the dynamics. If I speak quiet, you hear it more quiet, and if I speak louder, it's more loud. But in this one, here all of the dynamics are gone. So if I speak more quiet, you still hear it loud, and if I speak louder, it's still as loud. This is a big part of why it sounds so unnatural. Because it is. We need dynamics to sound natural. One thing they also use at live shows are very, very aggressive noise gates. And they basically shut the microphone off once it picks up sounds lower than a certain threshold you've set. So, if I make a noise while taking the mic away and back to me, you could hear the gate activate and deactivate. So like this. And I know that there were some people who did use pre-recorded, like iShowSpeed. His mic was probably so low in volume that you could barely hear it, or not at all. But we need to remember, he does not have the training for those situations, and he's not used to doing these live performances. Because that's not his thing. Yet, at least. And to be honest, I'm not sure about Future and Burna Boy. They did sound very, very processed and pre-recorded, and they might be. Because they didn't have those artifacts that you would hear on the other artists who actually sang live, like pops and breaths. There are many instances. If you listen to Shakira, there are some parts where you can hear air from her mouth blow into the mic. 'Cause you know what it takes. Same with Justin Bieber, but you could hear the wind and he's blowing into the mic.
We don't even have to try.
And also BTS. In the beginning, they have this pop sound that makes it right into the mic, which made me certain that they were all live.
King Kong kicked the ball, running on like a rolling stone.
One thing to remember is that a live performance is almost as processed as a studio performance. Nowadays, all of the plugins, effects, and everything also is used on live shows. So they use autotune and all that. Although autotune is used in live mainly to keep the singer's voice from breaking and to let them sing while dancing and touring without their voice breaking too much. Now, the World Cup was filled with great performances, great football, and all that. And it's all love. So be kind to each other and take care of each other.